Welcome to the Interview Preparation Podcast. Whenever you have an interview, it is important you present the best version of yourself. Some people are naturals, but for most of us, we can improve our performance with a little help and advice. In the following episodes, I'm going to do just that. My name is David Summers. I've been a professional pilot for over 30 years, with experience in both airline and business aviation. I decided to record this podcast after my preparation for an interview for a captain's position. I realised that up to that point, my interview preparation had not been the best, and I had to up my game for this particular opportunity. I set out to research potential questions and come up with an effective approach. This series of podcasts is the result of that research. My approach to an interview is to answer questions with reference to the core competency matrix. As a professional pilot, you will have previously encountered this matrix. Take this seriously, as it is the key tool to your self-development. This episode is dedicated to potential technical questions. I think it unlikely that these questions will be put to you verbally. It is much more likely to be a written exam. I don't give the answers here, only pose the questions and give you the job of research. This is only a sample of popular questions, but doing your own research should give you wider knowledge around the subject. Here are the questions. Are the takeoff alternate requirements? What are the requirements for a destination alternate? What are low visibility operations? What are the IFR fuel planning rules? What is the MEA? When is a runway considered contaminated? What is MOCA? What is the minimum IFARTO climb gradient for two-engined aircraft? Describe Performance A climb segments. What is the minimum missed approach climb gradient? Assume single engine. What are holding speeds and at which altitudes? What is the time limit to report an MOR? By how far should you avoid thunderstorms? Where is bleed air taken from? Learn some facts and figures about the aircraft type you are interviewing for. Describe Mach number and its relationship to the speed of sound. Why do we use flaps for takeoff? Why do we use flaps for landing? What are the definitions for true airspeed, calibrated airspeed, and indicated airspeed? What is the tropopause? What are the effects of a microburst? What is the ITCZ? What is air pressure? How does pressure affect level flight? What factors affect landing distance? What is factored landing distance? What is a balanced field? Define V2. Define V1. What is VREF? Describe aquaplaning. What is the black hole effect? Describe unusual attitude recovery, or UPRT. When is an aircraft exposed to the threat of stalling? What affects stall speed? Describe the relationship between C of G and VMC. What is drag? What affects lift? Does aircraft weight affect glide range? What is the effect of a forward C of G? Describe the effects of an aft C of G. What effect does an aft C of G have on performance and stability? What causes Dutch roll? What prevents Dutch roll? What are the three purposes of spoilers? Define angle of attack. What is coffin corner? What is the effect of an aft C of G on coffin corner? What is directional stability and how is it improved? What is the best gliding speed? Define angle of attack. What causes separation of airflow during a stall? So there are your technical questions. The list is not exhaustive, but during your research of the answers, you'll be gaining further knowledge to help you with questions not covered here. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Pilot Interviewed podcast. I hope you found it useful. If you have, please rate it and review it. If you want to share your interview experiences and what you've learned from them, the address is in the show notes. You can also contact me if you want any advice on your upcoming interview.